Hello, today we're going to be going over my favorite Switch games. Believe it or not, the Switch has been out for almost 7 years now. And there have been a lot of games that have come out since then. So what I did is I collected all my games and we're gonna go through them. I've sold a lot of games too, but obviously I've kept my favorite ones. What we're gonna do is we're going to go through here one by one in no particular order. I have no idea what order this stack of games is in right now, except for the top one. I'm pretty sure you can see what the top one is. But hopefully this will help someone if they're trying to decide the next game they want to play on the Switch. There's a bunch of good ones out there. Let's just get right into it, shall we? All right, first up, Mario Odyssey. Wonderful game. One of the best games. So this is definitely one of my top favorite games that have come out on the Switch. It's another kind of, Mario Sunshine, Mario 64 style game, just obviously with way more mechanics. You can throw Cappy around. I think that's his name, Cappy. You can turn into different forms like a freaking T-Rex or a car or whatever. This game's phenomenal. The level design is beautiful. I don't know, it's just really fun. Open world type Mario game. Highly recommend. If you haven't played this game, you're kind of insane. I'm sorry, but it's true because this game is phenomenal. So definitely recommend. On to the next one. What do we have here? What's next? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. See? Wonderful game, obviously. I haven't played this game in probably like 3 or 4 years. When it first came out and I lived with a bunch of skaters, all we did was sit around and play video games together. This was on probably like 6 hours a day, every day for a good year, I'd say. I have been meaning to pick this game back up, but Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is like the new standard for Smash Bros. Now. I think I liked Melee more. I think I'm just better at Melee. I don't know what it is. It's probably my down B with Yoshi, let's be real. Kind of a cheap move, but what are you gonna do? Smash Bros. Ultimate, super fun. Million freaking characters too. Like so many characters to choose from and unlock, and great game. Highly recommend. Multiplayer, wonderful. Next, continuing on with our Mario theme here, obviously. So this game comes with Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. My personal favorite 3D Mario game is Sunshine. It's just the way it is. Probably nostalgic for me. I had it on the GameCube and I played it nonstop. I love Super Mario Sunshine. That's the main reason I bought this. I haven't played through Galaxy all the way. Obviously, Mario 64 is epic and 3 games in one. It's worth the $60. I don't believe that they are making any more of these. However, I do see some in Targets from time to time, so I think they're still available. But they discontinued it like, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. You can still find them, pretty sure, but get yourself a copy of Mario 3D. 3 games in one. Great option. Next up, Mario Party Superstars. What a time I have had with this. This game is, wait, is this the one? Yeah, so this game, I believe, has 5 or 6 boards. They're all remakes from previous Mario Party games. So you just use regular controller. It's not the same as Super Mario Party with like the motion controls and stuff, which is really fun too. But this one is honestly a lot more fun. I've spent a lot more hours and late nights with my friends playing Mario Party Superstars. Don't sleep on this. Do not sleep on this game. It is so much fun. Just endless fun. I don't even need to talk about this one. We all already know how I feel about this one. And if you don't, it's my favorite game ever besides Breath of the Wild. Buy the game. That's all I have to say. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. This one I bought from my wife. She really liked it. I played it here and there. There's a 2-player mode that's actually pretty fun. She beat the whole game. It's a fun game. It's a fun Kirby game. It's a remake. Recommend. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the newest installment of a Mario game to the Switch. Totally new, brand new 2D Mario game. This, I think, won a couple of awards, but I might be wrong this year, but I actually haven't played it. This is another one for my wife. She loved it, but she's also like side scroll Mario master. So this is like perfectly right up her alley. I am going to be streaming this soon, I think on YouTube very soon. So Mario Bros. Wonder, from what I heard, great game. Highly recommend. What do we got now? Ooh. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. This game is something else. This is probably my favorite. You can't call it a side scroller. It's another remake of a, I believe, was it like a 3DS game? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's just like, it's like kind of open world, kind of side scroll vibes. It's a great multiplayer Mario game without like having to like jump around on top of each other and like annoy the person you're sitting on the couch with the whole time. The 3D world is super fun, as well as Bowser's Fury is like an entire game of its own. It's an open world. Like honestly, it reminded me of like the beach levels that are in like Odyssey. Like it's very much open world vibes. And I probably spent like 12 hours just on the Bowser's Fury part. Super Mario 3D World, if you want to play with your friends, you want to play alone, that is a hell of a game. I love it so much. Pick that shit up. What do we got next? Do I say less? Yeah, I just say less. There's there's no reason for me to even talk about that one. There just isn't. Anyone who's clicked on this video knows about that game and knows how special that game is. The reason I bought my Switch was for this game, and it consumed my entire life for about 6 months. I would go to work, I would go home. My brain never went to work. My brain was here the whole time while I was at work. Leave work, come home, play it for like 12 hours. And I worked at like 6 a.m. at the time. I would stay up to like 2 or 3 in the morning. I didn't care. This was my life. Breath of the Wild. Just, if you haven't played this, I don't have words. Disappointment. Yeah. Just kidding. Please just play it if you haven't. Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Okay. This game, meh. Earlier when I was talking about the Super Mario 3D World, I was saying that you like jump on top of each other. The person you're sitting on the couch next to gets really annoyed, you know, because you'll be like hopping along and then like you'll start bouncing on their head. This is that game. This is the game I'm comparing. I was comparing 3D World to, and this is the bad one. I mean, it's not the worst of all time. Like, it's something like maybe I'll pick up again, maybe, but there's just something about it. It's a port, so I believe this was on the Wii U at first, and then they ported it to the Switch. It's side-scroller Mario. They included multiplayer. That's really about it. There's better games out there, like Super Mario Maker 2. Remember this one? Highly recommend this game. However, I can't say too much because I didn't spend any time creating levels. I did like the single player, whatever you want to call it, the single player mode, and that was a lot of fun. You can also go in and play like a million levels that other people have created if you connect online, and that's really cool. And there's like a lot of really crazy like levels out there that people try to beat and create for you to basically not be able to beat, and then some people do, and that's a good game though. Mario Maker 2 is a fun one. This game, Link's Awakening, is an amazing game just in general. I think it came out for the Game Boy. Is it Grezzo? I don't remember. But whoever came out and remade this beautiful game, it was Nintendo or Grezzo or something. They made Link's Awakening just look so beautiful, and I'm really planning on going back and playing this again soon. I've played through it twice already. It just has such great music, and the colors just pop. It's like such a fun little story. The crazy twists at the end, and what a creative game, and what a fun game. They just couldn't have done a better job of recreating it in this art style. Zelda, Link's Awakening for the Switch. Highly recommend. We're down to 3 games, my friends. 3 more. Let's see how it goes. Oh, well, what do you know? Skyward Sword HD. Skyward Sword is one of my favorite Zelda games. Always has been. Played it on my Wii, and since I sold my Wii, I didn't have access to this game anymore. And it was really quite sad. But luckily, obviously Nintendo likes to surprise you. They came out with a remake of Skyward Sword, and they call it Skyward Sword HD. And Skyward Sword being one of my favorite Zelda games, just the music, the story, it basically, it's the beginning of Zelda, like where it all started. That is what Skyward Sword is about. It's the first story in the timeline. So it's a very important game. Motion controls, a lot of people didn't like for the Wii. But when it came to the Switch, you could actually choose to have motion control or not motion control. They figured out a way. I think it's used like the right trigger to swing the sword instead. So you still have the option of doing both, which is great. I couldn't recommend Skyward Sword more for those who have heard that it's not that great of a Zelda game, or it's a lot of people's least favorite game. Just give it a try yourself. It was a lot better than I expected and turned out to be one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. So play that game. Sometimes, you know, after like playing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you want a little more like linear of a Zelda game. This is perfect. This is a perfect game. I love it. All right. Animal Crossing New Horizons. What a perfect time for this game to come out. COVID hit, lost our jobs. Everything was just, no one knew what to do. When were we going to get our jobs back? When was life going to go back to normal? It didn't matter once I bought this game. None of that mattered anymore. This was my life. This was everything. This was my life. This was my wife's life. We sat on the couch and watched each other play this 12 hours a day, and I know I'm not alone playing Animal Crossing New Horizon. If this game had come out while normal life was happening, I would have been on the couch just as much. It wouldn't have mattered. I never thought I would actually like it. I never played an Animal Crossing game before, but it just like, you just have so much control over your little island. You have all these little villagers that you can meet. All I did was fish. That's all I did. But it just kind of like keeps you kind of addicted to like collecting materials and building new things and just making new friends, you know? You could visit other friends' islands. You could like get their code, and then you can fly over and visit their island. They can give you materials and vice versa. You can share things. They can come to your island. You have like a house that has like 3 floors on it with like 90 rooms. It's just endless fun. And I even got a tattoo of my island's name on my leg. That's how into this game I was. Enough said. Animal Crossing, I'm sure you already know all about it, but endless hours of just good vibes, just peaceful, happy, good things all around. If you haven't played this game, just go out and get it. And the very last game, Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch. I still play the crap out of this game. I play with my roommate all the time. Friends over still to this day. I play it online with friends every couple weeks or so. I think they added 32 new courses or something. It's probably more, honestly. I think you either need Nintendo Switch Online or I think you pay like 25 bucks. But they're all like, you know, remakes from old games, and it runs super well. It's the best racer out there besides Diddy Kong Racing, but we'll save that for another video. I think this was my second game I bought. Bought Breath of the Wild first with my Switch, and then I got this, and just hours and hours and hours and hours. Oh, it's so good. So that's it. I thought that was all my games, but I definitely have more. I think my roommate has them right now. So a couple of honorable mentions. Luigi's Mansion 3, super creative levels. The bosses are really fun. It's kind of difficult, but not too difficult. It's like challenging enough to where you feel very rewarded once you like move up to a different floor. Super Mario Party, I didn't realize I don't have, but that is the Switch's version that I was talking about earlier. I'd highly recommend that. And it has all these cool modes, like there's like one where you're out on a boat. It has like a dance tempo version. I'm sure there's a different term for it that I'm not thinking of correctly, or the regular party. And it's just, that one's so much fun. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. If you enjoyed Breath of the Wild, this is nothing like it, but it's basically an extension of it that is all combat mostly, and then with a little more lore. So it's like a kind of a tag on to the game. It's really just all melee stuff, but Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, that was a great game. So yeah, those are all my Switch games. I just kind of wanted to show you my favorite games that I've played over the years. Hopefully this video will help you if you're looking for a new Switch game to play. Hopefully you can pick up one of these and have a good time with it. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite Switch game is. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. I'll see you all in the next video.